Hello and welcome to a continuation of the Rotors Trex 500 build guide. Now, last time we looked at how it went together. This time we're going to look at how it flies. But before we do that, let's just have a quick look at the gear and the price of it as well. And now, considering it's just over £500 for blades, airframe blades, carbon tail blades, motor, speed controller, servos, and flybarless, I think that's a pretty good deal. If you look at anything else on the market, you're looking at least, it's 2/3 the price of anything else really. It's pretty impressive pricing. So the amount of power it puts out, the motor puts out, is fine. As you can see, it produces plenty of beats. Main blades, fly straight and true. Not too noisy, but enough spark to make it interesting. Tail blades again, carbon, nice and stiff, gets the job done. Cyclic servos again, digitals, gets the job done, no problem at all. Tail servo, definitely, if you're pushing the model hard, I think you want to be looking at upgrading it. But I wouldn't go to another mini servo. I would spend the time and do the model on the frame and fit a full-size tail servo. The amount of time it takes to do it's such an easy little mod to do, and the performance gains are pretty substantial for very little difference in money between a mini tail servo and a full-size tail servo. The good ones are all pretty similarly priced, so go for the full-size one. Obviously, there's the BK tail servo, which is a mini case but has a full-size top case on it, and you can change that to the mini. So you could fit that instead. So have a look at some options. Gpro works fine, no problems at all. Took a little bit of time to get it tuned in to get it tuned to the model, but I put that down to the my unfamiliarity with Gpro. Obviously, it takes a bit of time to learn how much to adjust things by. Is you adjust something by 10% or 5% or 20%. It's until you've had some time to play with it, you don't know how much to adjust it by. There aren't enough presets on this thing for sure. You have two currently, one for small models like 450s, and the other preset is for 500 and bigger. So the default figures that are in this thing are highly unlikely to match your model, and they definitely don't match the Trex 500. So you're going to need to spend some time to get it tuned in and get it flying smooth. Having said that, once you've done it, it does fly nicely. It does the job. The Bluetooth is, if you're doing tuning at the field, it is definitely something that you want. However, with the current version of firmware, it has a couple of little sort of side kind of asterisks, kind of not quite as you'd hope they would be. Every time you load up the app, you have to connect to the device and type in the pin. That's including if you switch the screen off, or if the screen times out, or you exit the app to read a text message, or anything like that. Anytime you go anywhere away from the app, you have to reconnect to the Bluetooth and relog it back in again, which is a bit of a shame. It would be so much easier to tune the thing at the field if it stayed connected or auto reconnected and got you back to and left you in the same screen as you were on. So say for instance, if you were adjusting tail gains and stuff like that, it would be nice just to be able to switch the screen off, stick it in your pocket. The screen's now locked, it's not going to do anything. So safety-wise, that's still fine. Then you can fly it, test the adjustment you've done, land it, pull your screen, pull your phone back out your pocket, unlock it, do another adjustment, and it just doesn't, because of that auto logout thing, it doesn't quite tick the boxes that it hopefully that it could have done. And the other thing to watch is that after about 25 seconds of being connected on Bluetooth, the speed controller will time out, and you have to then disconnect the battery and reconnect the battery again. So again, it's just a little bit of a shame that those little things do happen. But hopefully, one of the nice things about the modern hardware is that all the firmware is all upgradable. They're already on version 1.2, so fingers crossed we will see some improvements to that. And yeah, so it does the job. And I think that's really the point with this model, is that for the amount of money you pay and the equipment you get, it does the job. It is, it's basically, if you have something, a standard, normal, everyday car like a Ford Mondeo or something like that, you don't get in it and go, wow, this car is amazing. You go, yeah, it's okay. I've got electric windows and heated seats and a CD player. That's fine. I can plug my phone into it. Bluetooth. That's it. You're like, well, yeah. I mean, it's okay. It does the job. It gets me around. And I think that's the point of this model, is that it's a good price, got good equipment that does the job for 95% of the people out there. And it doesn't take much money you're not looking at throwing all of the equipment away to make it fly a fair bit better. And I've recently been experimenting with the vortex on it over the last few days, and that's sort of got it a lot more in tune with my personal preferences, my personal taste. So yeah, I mean it's a good model. It does the job, and you'll be hard pressed to find something better without spending a lot more money. And I think that's a good place to end, really. Thank you very much for listening. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you soon on the next show. Thank you very much. Goodbye.